about 6 months. 6 months presidential pardon. When people who
that
kill people by mistake are in Kiriki.
He's a son.
Let me explain what happened there to you. So, as long as it's a federal case, so like abuse of naira is a federal case. You understand? Money laundering is a federal case. Now, it wouldn't matter whether it's 3 months in jail or 6 months in jail. It will be an ex-convict. But there are times when they are able to issue an official, you know, like when the federal government, like this former governor of that was given a presidential pardon. In a case like that, they will now blot out the name from all of those registers. They will remove the name. So it will no longer be referred to as an ex-convict. So if he wants to go into like some offices, like political offices or whatever, if he wants to hold certain positions, it will not affect him. So that was what they were. That was what that pardon was.
When he wants to even travel out of the country,
so that it will not affect him. You know, when you are filling your form, they will say, have you ever been convicted? Have you this? Have you that? So if he says no, they will not trace it. You understand?
There are other legal punishments. There are other legal punishments that could fit that position. There are other legal punishments. Fines are there.
About presidential pardon now. I was trying to.
That is what I'm saying now. For that, I would actually ask a lawyer friend, and then probably next time we'll talk about it. But I think for a crime as minimal as that, for that thing, saying spray money. He's not the only person spraying money now. Even before I seen spray money, so the one governor for up north in Peking do wedding, and Naira was just raining.
It was about
so personally,
because
yes, just around that same period, that same time.
That's not what I'm saying now. I said after he has gone to prison, you're not understanding what I'm saying. So whether it was for spraying money or not, if he goes to prison and he's been registered there, that he has been sent to prison, when he comes out, whether he does one month there or he does 1 year or 10 years, when he comes out, he will be referred to in the society as ex-convict. So in order to remove the ex-convict from his name, do you understand what I'm saying? It is, I'm not even talking of whether it is for money, whatever, but as long as it's a federal, as long as the person has gone to jail, it is only the federal government that can.
You cannot see that in his. When you go to his to do background check, you will not see that.
Yes, and it is only the federal government of that country. It is only the government of a country that can take that out of the person's name. That's what I'm trying to explain. So I'm not talking about free money or not. It is only the government of a country that can clear that ex-convict off somebody's name.
I got you.
Do you understand? So even when they say, if they put somebody in jail for so long and they eventually come back and say, oh, they made an error, it was a wrong judgment, and they pardon, you know, like they do it, that it is very common in America. When they pardon, apart from giving you money, the government will now also issue a disclaimer that you are not an ex-convict, that it was in error, so that your record can be clear and you can carry on with your life. It will not hinder you in things you want to do. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I guess Leo, you've been so patient. Oh my goodness. I think we need to give you the floor. Leo, DOL, are you there?
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. Thank you. I don't really have much to say, but what I just want to say is that I don't really have much to say, but what I just want to say is that since Bob can go to the prison and they rented an apartment for him to stay in there, that's me, that guy that was convicted that time in Oshogbo, that Falana was the lawyer. What's the name of that man? If somebody should remind me of that man that killed Timothy. That man that killed Timothy, that means he's not in jail. Maybe they have probably rented a house for him as well.
That is what I just said the other time. That there's a lot going on. They've done it before in Nigeria. All right, I'm going to look for the story of that person. Yeah, that was the story.
Guy is chilling in one Caribbean island. Maybe they have given him passports to one Caribbean island. Maybe.
That's why I said that man Adedoyin need to go. Somebody need to go and check him in prison.
Maybe okay? It's in Jamaica.
Like
Bossman.
Yeah.
Bossman, did you read about this lady? One Udo, something. One thing. That lady that was working for Mary and Babangida.
Exactly, that's what I want to talk about. I went to UK.
Story. God, I know why me for this apple.
That's the story. I want to give out the story. I will read out the story to everyone now. The person was supposed to go to jail for money laundering, right? It was for money laundering, right? Am I right? Tell.
It was for drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking.
She was the yes.
They now send that person to prison though. Now so one of the journalists see the person during the naming ceremony in the UK. You can't see that woman for this. This woman we're supposed to be the what are supposed to be.
Now they was Siam for
that's what they
yes. And then Mary and Babangida was there, and all the total politicians were there, and it was like, I don't understand. Is it not the same person that is supposed to be, I think, or executed or on dead row or
I will read it out.
Then he came back. When he came back, and then he wanted to go after that case, they killed him.
They killed him, they sent a letter bomb to him. Because of that story. The one lady that's supposed to be in prison.
And you know that was how, it was the same way Miriam Babangida used to use her calmness and her smile to deceive us. And we all used to say, oh, she's fighting for women and children. Any little program, she will say women and children. What's that her program? Is it Mamsa or whatever? All sorts of women and children, using it to deceive us, to cover her dark side. That was what she was doing.
My dear, you see the calm people around you, they are the most dangerous people. You see the calm people, if you see them in their real self, that thing are just to cover face now. If you see I'm like lion, you go down first the fear and first, and then your fear go come they bring about, you go want to investigate why is this person why is this person so strong-hearted, why is this person, but when they come out like an angel, even the Bible said that the devil, it can take the form of an angel of light just to deceive even the very elite. Be the very elite, even the people who say they see God face, that will go transform to an angel of light to deceive even those very people. So that is a form they took after their master, the devil.
I'm looking for the story.
Okon, yes.
Gloria Okon. I'm looking for the story.
I even saw the story, I think 3 days ago. I still see that story 3 days ago.
That Adedoyin need to be checked. They need to go check him. There are a lot of people, and the Evans need to be checked as well.
I doubt if
that was how they said that was how they said Clifford Orji. Tomorrow Clifford Orji, we know how he take that. Did they kill him the way they were supposed to kill him?
He will die. How did he take my?
So his body, not be talk then talk. If he dey somewhere they chill, all this, you believe all these things at your own risk or alive. You believe all this. Did you see the body?
This person, this Gloria Okon that we are talking about, they told her to go to the UK, stay a low profile in the UK. All right?
In the UK, she got pregnant, she got married, got pregnant.
Go ahead.
Do you know that, a lot of us that were even around during the case of Clifford Orji, even if they bring that man now, if he stand for our front now, we don't know him. Even though we were around back then, because even the newspaper that carried his face was not really giving us that realistic picture of who this person is. So if Clifford Orji said now your Mrs. Toby, if you be saying now your neighbor self, you know go no say now Clifford Orji.
All of us say you just reminded me now. You know he had afro. They killed afro and plenty beard. If he don't clean now,
if he baba in afro now, use and do galas, you go know.
Yes, now he will barber it, he will shave his beard, he will fine boy up and down. We won't know now.
Clifford was poisoned. How are we sure?
Yeah, all those things now governmental strategy just to raise certain stories. Because you see, and they will not allow them try these people the way they are supposed to try them, because if they will expose, if they want to do the things the way they are supposed to do it, the persecution and all, it will expose a lot of governmental officials, because these people are actually working for them. So they would actually they would frustrate the case to the point, because they know the people are watching, but eventually they're not saying, go leave your house rent, consider and say that for the you want to monitor, we are on a carry and go. Nobody is asking the right question. They know Nigerians will eventually let go at the end of the day until something else happened again and then take over the old media. That is why they can just sit down in their offices, in their houses, and just wait these things out. Even this one where they talk, so if we know if the thing there's a way to go, you know, yeah, it's next week, go hear them again. Next week, something they will trigger something big to happen next week that everybody will redirect their attentions to, and then you not hear about this. The country is a mess. It's a mess. The system, see, Mrs. Toby, sorry, you were talking about we keep looking at the ground floor, and we neglect the ground floor, and we are always pointing out the up floor. I beg, the up floor, not be from ground, they take go up. Not be from ground, they take go up.
Toby,
The inspector of police today, he was once.
No, I said that too now. I said they are the ones that keep getting promoted. Eventually they'll get up there. Do you understand?
The truth is there is no up without the ground. So it's whoever is blaming the government, it's they are not even pointing at the wrong angle, because now the ground now get up, now up get ground at the end of the day. When the head is faulty, imagine you having a straightforward, sincere person. See, I could not do politics for a long time because of how me I am. I could tell you as it be. I know they water anything down. I don't know what you want to give to me. You cannot force me to say something is green when it's black. So they knew I was actually a threat. I no fit the position at all. I know fit them, and then they would see. You cannot see. I don't want to say there is no hope for this country, because I trust in God so much. For the children, I pray that there is hope. I want to see that there is hope. But you see, the truth be told, the system is faulty. The system is crazy. You cannot have a person like myself in office now, and you want to take bribe for that. I don't understand. Me, why do I take bribe? That is why you see, when you have a sincere person in a leadership position, you subordinate to do everything to take that person off. I see when people get excited that they remove my manager, they don't carry and go another branch. Go and investigate. It's because that your manager, no, they allow you thief. You know, they allow you thief. If you have a good pastor in the church, the congregation wants them to transfer him. When they bring the one that can steal like them, everybody is jubilating. At the end of the day, I beg, we could just push this small way of in Nigeria. We tired, don't spoil. We just push on small. Now the prayer is that both Nigeria and Nigerians not happen to all of us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
It's our children that
you can't be honest and say you want to be a politician in Nigeria. It's either you beat them or you join them. And if you're trying to beat them, they're going to take you out of the way. Period. Seriously. That's just my own opinion.
100% now. Because you can't do it alone. You understand? You can't do it alone. You either leave the kitchen for them or you join them. You can't be honest now. You can't do it alone.
You cannot be honest.
My dear,
Because
you see when your vice president, when they say, your vice president is a pastor. My dear, the cobweb of corruption is so thick in politics that, even if an angel leave heaven now, mistakenly say one join Nigeria, especially Nigerian politics, forget, they go all candle nights for that angel, because it's a lost cause. The cobweb of corruption in this country is so thick that it will catch anybody that wants to, okay, I want to come out and change the narrative. There is nobody changing any narrative, because the corruption is what everybody knows. If you come in with any idea that doesn't have a list of corruption in it, everybody is looking at you like an alien.
Yep.
Everybody's looking
like
at you
crazy
like an
something.
alien. I was talking to somebody I respected so much, and the man was like, okay, if your husband is a governor now, or your husband wants to go for the position of a governor, as straightforward as you are, as I know you for your integrity and all that, and they say, okay, you would have to bribe his way to office, and you know that if he bribes his way, he's going to get the position. You as a wife, would you not agree? Me go say if I sit down and look and say I mean say I weigh my integrity for scale, because if you don't agree, somebody else will agree, and they will stigmatize you. They would do it in a way that it's a lost cause.
You'll be the one looking like the bad person. That's what it is. You'll be the one looking like the bad person. Like during the Babangida regime, they came to my father for a position. My father rightfully said no, and he called all of us like, listen, I don't do politics. It's a dirty game. Seriously. So that's what, what? I was like 12 years old then. And from there I knew that it's a no-go area to even be like, okay, it's like you want to eat with the devil. Your spoon has to be long now. You know? That's just it. You know?
I better not vex Faith. Now you be Bella.
No, wait a minute.
Are you OT? Holy Ghost fire. Your voice, as you say, my father, one, and then your voice, I can't hear. Say, Abella.
No. No. I don't even know what you're talking about.
My father, okay. My father in this platform, Holy Ghost fire.
No, I'm saying like my dad, when I was growing up, that day I was home, and they pull up in this, those Peugeot, them executive.
Wait, do you know why we ask? No, we always hear that thing, my dad. We are used to that, my dad.
Yeah, no, wait. Faith actually did not get. She didn't get the joke, but then it's all good. It was just a comic relief.
My dad is that. So we used to when you start saying that, we're like, okay, just click on to.
No, sorry, no.
This is why I talk now. Then go drag me like Momo.
I will still report you to my dad.
No, I was just trying to reference.
My own dad don't die, but
like growing up, that's how I know that politics in Nigeria is just so dirty. You understand? Because my brothers and everyone was like, Dad, you should have taken it. My dad's like, you don't know, I don't do mago, so I can't fit in that section. They're gonna kill me. So I'd rather just say, thank you. You know what I mean? So that's just it. Thank you. It's sad. It's sad, but I believe if it's not our generation, but the generation to come will fix this country we call our home. That I believe. I don't want to give up hope. But we just got to keep just giving them that pressure. If we have like thousands of VDM, like us here on this platform, I believe we.
Let me give you my opinion regarding to the VDM.
Okay.
If care is not taken, I don't think it's going to last long.
Right. I'm scared of that man. It's safe.
I think it's going to be.
I agree with you.
I think it's going to be shut. Probably it's going to be. It's going to be. It's going to be fight.
You're right.
No, they won't. They can't fire him and they can't shut him up. It's going to be like another. What's his name? Another Shogore. So he's like if anything happens to him now, we know who did it. Do you understand? But the only thing
now. I'm not talking about right now.
Wait, the only thing that he also probably would need to be careful of is for him himself not to be corrupt. And the only way he can stay neutral, like he is now, is to ensure that he does not venture into politics. The moment he becomes partisan, because Omoyele Sowore, in all of his days, when I was younger, my elder ones were in Unilag with him, and all the noise. I knew him right from when I was in primary school because they never stopped talking about him in our house. But guess what? The moment he decided to go into politics, I knew he had missed it. So if he continues, if he remains who he is, just like Ganifa Wuinmi never took sides with anybody. He was himself. staying on course. Gani Fawehinmi, till he died, was not a son. It was difficult for them to admit him into their caucus because the guy, he had coconutted, he no grief for anybody. His own was God and God alone. Do you understand? For God and for humanity. That was all. So as long as he remains on that path, but I don't think they can silence him or they can buy him at this point. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. The awareness, you understand? Anybody that does that, the person will be too dumb. Do you understand? No, the person will be too, no. That would be a very weak strategy. It will be too weak a strategy. The only thing, they might eventually, just, hype him. You know how Yoruba say that, Omar Jora Iloju, he will start to feel too big and too pompous. That's what they can.
Let me be honest with you regarding Showore. Do you know what is actually saving Showore right now? What is saving Showore is that because Showore was able to get out of Nigeria as the early 97 or is it 2000, early in the millennium, early millennium, and then he's a permanent resident of the US. Over there.
Showore had been going out before them. Let me tell you something. When I was
living in Nigeria.
No, wait now. Let me tell you all of the things that they did to Showore. I remember growing up. I don't know if Faith would remember too. There was this story about them injecting Omoyele Showore with lead.
Yes.
And they had to fly him out of the country then to treat him. So it wasn't in 2000s that he started going out of the country.
I know.
Do you understand? I'm talking about the 90s. I'm talking about the 90s. At least I was in secondary school in the 90s. Do you understand? And we had been hearing, that was when because my elder ones were in uni, they were in university then. I remember the first person who going to uni in my house, going to uni in 1989. I was still in primary school, I was still early years then. So I remember very well, it was a student union. Thank you, God bless you, yes. That they said they injected him with lead, they did it. Do you understand? So that guy now became a bone in their throats, nowhere to put him. Do you understand? Nowhere to put him. This revolution now that he has been doing it since then. Even before I could tell my left from my right, I've been hearing about him. So if VDM continues, but another thing Showore didn't do then was, he was not mingling with celebrities then, no. He was just staying on his lane and doing his own activism by himself. So all these, go and party with Davido, go and do this with this person, VDM would need to tone those down if he knows that what he's doing is, do you understand? If he knows it's a calling, you would need to tone that. Although this one is my guy, this person is my guy, that they'll see you. No. He would need to tone that down. You will need to tone it down.
I concur with you. Exactly. You're right.
He would need to focus. That way, nobody will be able to see. It will just get to a point where government will just always leave him, like, just leave this one. Do you understand? Eventually, he might decide to. Okay, look at even the guys in NLC. Adams Oshiomhole. Remember when he was NLC president, he was so active and effective. The moment he went into politics, look at what became of him. He's even still better than the person that is there now. Once they become partisan, that's the only thing. Once he starts to follow clique, Wizkid versus Davido, Fowls versus this one, no, then that's the end for him. But if he stays on his lane and is just focusing on his focus and doing his own stuff, I don't think anybody will do anything to him. I don't think so. I don't think people are smarter than that now. These days, they will not, but they would rather look for something like Babangida. You know what Babangida, after the Gloria and Okon saga and Dele Giwa saga, do you know what Babangida started doing after then? He started, being that was why they started calling him Maradona. He started dribbling people. Look at what he did to Tai Sholari. Tai Sholari also came out, instead of him to focus on his
Sholari up big time.
Exactly. The moment you fall into their trap, the moment you become partisan or you want to start dining with the government, that's the end. forget it. But if you stay on your lane and just continue, just like Ganifawa Emi was doing till he died, then you don't have any problem, really. That's what I think. That's what I think, really. You know?
So we have a Sizimus. Sizimus, are you there? Sizimus, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. Hello. Hi, everyone. Please forgive me, this is my first time, but actually been on TikTok. So basically, I wanted to just bring an awareness. The reason why VDM got is it Foul Sister will be taking him to court. When he played the voice notes that he played when Bobrisky was telling somebody about the 15 million yada yada yada, when he mentioned, I'm referring to Bobrisky as he, when he mentioned he spoke to Fouls and whatever it was, that the transaction that whoever called who first or whatever, VDM in jest mentioned whether Fouls did do, Abi did do. Now when he said that, I felt that he had played into their hands. Based on that, just that alone, not anything else, he's played into their hands. They gave him 24 hours to apologize for that. That's the only place, if anything legal takes place.
You're right. I agree with you.
Yes.
But he said, Abi, did they do or not? He did not say he did do.
He said that.
Abi, you they do. If I tell you now, excuse me for my language, if I say, Abi, you they craze.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me because I say Abi, you they craze? That question I ask you now.
Yeah, of course, it's a question. But based on technicality, and when
so that I saw that part because when I saw that they were giving him 24 hours, I went back to the video. So I was looking for Ellen because number one, this part is not from the record. It's his own personal opinion.
Yes, exactly.
So that when he was analyzing about what he heard in the audio, so this is from him, and I saw that there was a clause in his words. Yes. That's why I keep telling people on TikTok, it's very toxic. We have a lot of people from Mamalaka, people from the corner. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that they don't know, when you are speaking, they don't understand the clause that you put in there. If Abi you they smoke, it's more like I'm not saying that you are smoking when I said Abi you they smoke. So if I say Abi you they smoke, you should tell them that I they smoke or I know they smoke.
I understand what you're saying, Bossman, but he also mentioned about homosexuality, there was a lot of insinuations, and I know he said on one point he said Abi. He insinuated.
He said, fast. No wonder
but you know, because they're petty and they're going to look for any reason.
Exactly. They were looking for reasons. Exactly. And you will see that line that you just mentioned is what they're going to eat on him. Exactly. And that is already covered. I know that Deji is capable. I know Deji is capable.
Yes.
In fact, someone like Deji should come for justice for Mohbad. Radical lawyer.
Yes. That's what he needs. Exactly.
Turn the whole Corona inquest upside down. Radical. Yes. So when I saw Falano versus Deji, I said, okay.
Yes, exactly.
Deji is a friend to Showore. Falano is a lawyer of Showore. So let both of them battle in court.
Exactly. But you know what? I still feel that, in my opinion, it's a distraction. We didn't need it. You know, what VDM is about, to me, I mean, he's just an awesome person, and may God protect him. That's everyone's fear, is that God should protect him, because he is the one, really, in less than a year, has shaken things up, brought the real truth of our problems in Nigeria to the in fact, it's so big. I mean, we all know it's there. We all know. I don't think anyone will sit and say, there's no corruption. We know it's there. The corruption is our number one problem. But you know what the root of that is? Poverty. Until the level of poverty improves, the level of integrity, values, morals will forever be beneath. People People don't even teach their children about morals, values, integrity. Your name, your legacy. It's not part of what we teach our children in the homes. When people are thinking about their next feed, who's thinking about integrity? The issues are so deep-rooted.
Susie Moss, I don't think, apologies for interjecting you, but I don't think poverty is the cause of corruption, because if you look at the guys who steal money, look at Abacha, for example. He's been dead and gone for decades now. Absolutely. And we're still enjoying his loot as a country, because every now and then America sends us money and says this is from Abacha. Do you understand? Look at the guys that are really stealing. I mean, when we say corruption, I mean corruption occurs on every level. Do you understand? Yes. But the ones that are actually causing Nigeria to bleed, they are not the poverty-driven corruption. Do you understand? Those the ones that are causing Nigeria problem are the ones at the top. You know, guys that take billions. Yesterday, I was listening to somebody make an analysis of if you have 1 billion naira and you decide to spend it, to spend 30,000 naira a day, that it will take 300 years. I didn't even realize it would take that long.
Yes. I think I came across that myself. Yeah.
You know, but you hear somebody stealing 100 billion, 80 billion, and I'm like, how? How?
Yes. Greed.
They want to understand the greed in Nigeria is on another level. Like, I don't know.
You know, Nigerians as a whole, as a society, we are never our neighbor's keeper. No. You see, when you live when you live abroad, the UK, America, even in Europe, to a certain extent, we are our neighbor's keeper. In Nigeria, you see someone build a mansion on a road that's not passable. But as long as he builds his palace, and then he might tar the road from one end to the next end. Doesn't care about what's happening when you turn right, he doesn't care. And then he buys his big Jeep. Nobody cares about anybody. You know, the problems in Nigeria are just fundamentally flawed. I don't even know where we start. Somebody already mentioned he's a hopeless case. We can talk from, it's not today. We can talk from today till tomorrow, ain't nothing changing. Because the issues at hand are so deep-rooted. So deep, I mean the roots are so deep, I don't know if like somebody in our generation if we can get to it. It is sad. But I hope the legacy that BDM will leave, at least, may God spare his life, he will become history. History in the sense that hopefully there will be some change. There will be a reflection on what he stands for. I pray. But whether we would be able to resolve it to a point where there is change, as in change that would reflect goodness and betterness, that we could see a direction, we could see the light, I really don't know. I rest my case other than that. And I like to listen to you guys. You guys, well done. I have nothing else to say.
Before you go off, Susie, can you imagine that this whole conversation would never have come out if Bobrisky had paid back that loan?
Exactly.
So imagine the very many other conversations and, similar situations that have gone unnoticed, unheard.
Exactly.
Just imagine.
Exactly.